Hey everyone, welcome back to Brace Yourself, the Raw and Unfiltered podcast. I'm your host, Ariel Marie, and I'm thrilled to announce that we've hit a milestone. 10 episodes strong, y'all. 10, okay? We literally launched just a month ago, and the support has been incredible, so incredible. The testimonials that I receive motivate me to keep doing what I'm doing, because obviously what I'm doing is right. I'm doing this for a reason, and I'm getting the results that I wanted to get. And I'm just so excited, and I am so grateful for all the support, because I would not have been able to do this without any of y'all. So thank y'all. I have so much great gratitude for each and every one of you for tuning in and embracing this journey with me. New things are on the horizon. Be sure to follow our Instagram page at unfiltered podcast. Again, our Instagram page is unfiltered podcast for live videos, updates, posts, and more. Literally, you need to just follow the Instagram page, because the Instagram is going to have everything you need to know about the Brace Yourself podcast. That's going to have everything on there. 2025 is going to be monumental. Okay? Brace yourself. Because we coming for it all, baby. We coming for it all in 2025. That's why we going to get ourselves together, for this last month of 2024 in December, and I kind of got us together in November. But these are last 2 months of getting our shit together. Because 2025, we going into that with the right mindset, ready to accept and receive anything that was meant for us. And life may be lifing right now, but I would really appreciate it if you could like, share, and comment on an episode or two. I appreciate those that share the post when I post it. It would be more of a benefit though, and I would appreciate it a little bit more if y'all shared it from y'all perspective and from y'all point of view, from y'all screenshots, from y'all phone, little snippets, little things like that. So we just trying to get brace yourself out there even more, so we can educate as many people as possible and help as many people as possible, because that's why I'm here. I'm here to help. I'm here to give information that I would have wanted to know. Your support means the world to me. Also, exciting news. We'll be having some guests joining us in January 2025. So keep y'all eyes peeled. I told y'all we was going to have some guests, didn't I? I promised y'all, and I don't say nothing I don't mean. I don't like to disappoint. And I told y'all we was going to have guests, so guess what? Guess there is. Okay. Now, on to something important. As we embrace December's chill, we also need to address how it affects our mental health. It's the season where we often hear about the seasonal depression, and I'm over here doing my air quotation marks because I do not like the term seasonal depression, because literally they put it out there and we took it and we ran with it. Oh, it's the winter time. That's why I'm depressed. That's why I'm like this. So you use that as an excuse to act like that and to, no, I don't like seasonal depression term. Or SAD, sad, seasonal affective disorder, which the medical world uses, literally sad. Let's dive into what all of this really means. We are in the thick of thinner. Let me drink this pineapple juice real quick, y'all, so I can get my thoughts and mind and words together. So give me a second. Okay, much better, because I just went from super duper excited to, okay, now we got to get serious. So apologize about that. We are in the thick of winter, and the lack of sunlight affects our serotonin levels. Serotonin is the chemical in our brain that plays a major role in mood regulation, happiness, and well-being. It's your happy hormone, serotonin. It's a great thing. Too much serotonin, could be bad, but too little is also bad as well. As serotonin levels drop, so can our spirits, but it doesn't have to control us. Simple changes like getting outside, exercising and trying light therapy can boost your mood naturally. I know it is the wintertime, okay? I know it is cold out here, okay? Extremely cold. If you're in Michigan, if you are a listener in Michigan, especially the Metro Detroit area, it's cold than a motherfucker. It's freezing. Like, I understand. I feel where y'all come from. I don't like being cold. I don't like dealing with the cold. I would rather stay inside the whole winter and just come out when it feels better outside. But guess what? I can't do that. Life doesn't operate like that. We are not bears. Bears hibernate in the wintertime. And then, they start getting back up when it's not cool anymore. We are not bears. We are human beings. We are strong. We are resilient. Get through that shit. It's people that live in Alaska and they deal with cold their whole life. And you out here crying about 3 months. You can't deal with it for 3 months. We got to do better. We have to stop making an excuse. We have to do better. We have to. Lift up those serotonin levels. Get outside. I understand it's cold, but that sunlight is essential. We don't have that much sunlight in the winter months because we have shorter days. So guess what? It gets when the sun finally does rise, and over here where we're at, it's probably like 7:30, 8 o'clock when the sun rises. And the sun starts setting around 4 or 5-ish. It's not that dark today, which is strange because usually it'd be dark as hell. But it's not that dark today. So you don't really have a big window to enjoy the sunlight. Whereas in the summer, it's sunny all fucking day. Like all day till 10 o'clock at night, So take in that time that you have. If the sun is not going to be out all day, take advantage of when the sun is out. Don't sit in the house all day and then want to come out at 3 p.m. and say, okay, I'm going to get some sun today. Baby, the sun about to go away in 2 hours. The sun about to go away. Like, no. I understand it's cold, but layer up. Grandma and them put Vaseline on us and they put us in long johns and we had them super thick coats and we was outside and we was not cold. We didn't get sick. None of that. If you ain't putting no Vaseline on your body and putting no long johns on, baby, I don't know what you're doing. It's too cold to not be doing that. Unless you got some real thick clothing, that's made for the wintertime. But again, like I said, up here in Michigan, no, you need long johns, you need thick clothing, and you need thick outerwear as well to be able to be comfortable and be warm. Ladies, yes, it's the wintertime, but ain't no, I want to be cute. No, think about you being warm. Ain't no, I want to be cute, so I don't want to wear this bulky and big stuff. Who are you trying to impress? It's the wintertime. Regardless, it don't matter what season. You should only be worried about you, not what others think of you or what the hell they gonna say. Baby, I'm gonna walk around in my super big, thick coat, because you know what? I can be out at -2 degrees with this coat on, and guess what? It's still gonna keep me warm. I ain't trying to show my butt. I ain't trying to show no titties. I'm in a relationship, so I don't need to be showing that anyways. I don't have anything to prove to anyone. But regardless if I was single or not, I would still have on this thick ass coat. Because guess what? I put my warmness before being cute. That's maturity at the end of the day. Like, that's literally maturity. Ladies, you can be cute and you can be warm. It's stuff out here that you can do. It's things out here that you can buy. Like, now they got the tights, they got the fleece that's lined with fleece. And guess what? I didn't order me a pair because I like wearing dresses and I like wearing skirts in the wintertime and I would just be cold. But guess what? They have made this product for us so we can be out in the wintertime with skirts and dresses on. Look at that. Look at that. You ain't got to sacrifice that much. But get outside. Get some sunlight. I don't want to hear it's cold. Get some sunlight. We need it. Our bodies, we are entwined with the earth. I don't know how many times I'm going to tell y'all, but get out there and get that sunlight. You need a recharge. You need that. Exercising. If you already ain't went and grabbed your gym membership, go ahead and grab one. If you feel like you ain't going to want to grab one or you just too damn lazy to go grab a gym membership, make your gym at home. Because you do not need a gym membership for you to work out. Society has got y'all wrapped up to where, oh, I need to be at the gym in order for me to work out and have a healthy life. No, you can do that at home. You don't need a gym for that. Yes, they might have different equipment and specialized shit in there so you can do specific things and everything. But realistically, you can work out in the comfort of your own home. Whether it's push-ups, sit-ups, squats, yoga, like, it's so much that you can do. Exercise will lift up your serotonin levels. So if you feeling sad or you feeling down, go jog in place for a minute. Go do some squats, do some lunges in the house, something. I promise you that'll put you in a way better mood. And light therapy, changing the lighting around you, get some softer lights. Get some lighter curtains or something. Get a Himalayan salt lamp. I always tell y'all about these Himalayan salt lamps. I'm not telling y'all about these for no reason. It's the wintertime. You need a Himalayan salt lamp. Order one. Amazon got them. Not even that much. Get you a Himalayan salt lamp. That's light therapy. That will help you boost your serotonin levels, because in the wintertime we deal with a lot of darkness. And with darkness comes sadness and everything, and we don't need that. We don't need that. Let me get a sip of this juice because I'm yapping and I'm up and dry. Now, from personal experience, antidepressants are often the first suggestion. However, they come with their own significant side effects like chronic fatigue, weight changes, and emotional numbness. Take it from someone who has been on antidepressants, antipsychotics, you name it, anxiety meds. I have been on all of those. I've had my fair share of these medications in the mental health industry. And again, y'all always know these are my opinions and from my personal experience. And all I'm going to say is, it's not for me. I mean, it's not for us anyways. We're not supposed to be putting that foreign shit in our body. But it's other ways to lift your mood. It's other ways to fix anxiety. It's natural ways to fix depression. It is natural ways to fix bipolar depression or bipolar, regardless. If it's bipolar depression, if you just got bipolar disorder, whatever it is, there are natural ways for you to do that. You do not need to just hop and jump in. Oh, I need some meds to do that. No, because no. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to tell y'all, no, don't let them put that shit in y'all body. Again, y'all do not have to listen to me. This is just all my opinion at the end of the day. But those are not good for you. Y'all hear them prescription commercials they always got playing, and then when they go through the side effects, the man be speeding because it be having a million side effects. That's literally true. Literally. Like, Big Pharma has never been for us. We have to look for different ways to heal our shit, whether it's mental, medical, physical. We have to get better and look at more natural ways, because this world is, especially America, they ain't here for us. They're not here for our benefit. They're not here to really help us. Those meds, listen, my doctors, and they always ask you, like, are you trying to get pregnant or become pregnant? Because when you on those antipsychotics, one, that can mess with the growth of a baby. It can kill a baby. They have so many other effects. Like, I gained so much weight, and that was the only symptom that I loved. Is that was the weight gain. That's really the only reason why I was taking it. It's because of the weight gain. That's all that it was, because of the fucking weight gain. But other than that, no. Like, I was sleeping all day. I was a zombie. I was numb. I was nonchalant about everything. I was just here. I didn't even feel in control of my own body. On top of, and they're not going to tell you or put two and two together, because at the end of the day, a doctor gives you a prescription because they get money off that when they give a patient a prescription and everything else. But knowing that I've already had dealt with a little bit of heart issues and they still put me on these prescriptions, it made my situation worse. It literally made my situation worse. They prescribed me medication that affects my heart, and my heart, I already have problems with it. So coming from me, I'm just saying with my personal experience. No, I'm not doing this episode to talk about no medication. That is not why we're here. It is not. I'm not trying to tell y'all to get on no goddamn medication, and I would never tell y'all to do that. Okay? Ever. Because they be getting us with that, I promise you. Now, therapy. That's why we are here. Mental health awareness and therapy. That is the topic of this episode. Therapy can be transformative. It's not just for those in crisis. It's for anyone seeking growth and understanding. Okay? Because we have, especially in the Black community, there's a stigma when it comes to therapy. One, the older generation don't believe in that shit at all. They what is that? I ain't about to go tell nobody about what I'm going through so they can talk about, older generation. Then you got the a little bit older generation. They on the fence about it. They don't really know about it. And in our generation, we're more into therapy than the other generations are, but there's still stigmas out here. People still, you in therapy, you crazy. Oh, I ain't going to therapy because I ain't crazy. I ain't about to do this, and then they do this or say this and say that. I don't want to go, and then they tell me this. Y'all don't want to be held accountable for your actions. That's what it is. You don't want to be held accountable for your actions, and you're trying to run away from the problem. No. Fix it. Fix it, Linda. Fix it. Love yourself. Why do you want to keep being triggered? Why do you want to keep having all this trauma in your body? Fix it. Heal yourself for you so you can be a better version of yourself. Please. Fix it. There are different types of therapies out here. You don't have to just be stuck to just one. There's CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, which helps reshape negative thought patterns, offering strategies to manage anxiety and stress. And that's basically like the regular therapy. Regular therapy, that's literally what that is. And I have had that therapy since I was 16. So it has helped me in a lot of ways and had me grow, because we need therapists. Like, you need an outlet. Therapy does not have to be permanent. I'm not saying that it has to be permanent. It can be temporary, but all of us need some type of therapy. All of us has gone through something. It does not have to be a bad or traumatizing, fucked up experience for you to have to go through something and your body is affected by that. Trauma don't have to be super duper extreme. You can have trauma in your body because your mama told you no when you was 3 years old. And now you don't like getting told no from anybody, and that triggers you and you feel like you're not loved. But that literally, and that's not no super bad thing. Whereas people just think trauma is, oh, I got molested or I got raped. And no, trauma can be anything. It can be anything. There's no category for trauma. There is not. We go through a lot. And especially in our culture, the Black culture, we go through a lot. We have went through slavery, segregation, baby. We still dealing with racism. 400 years later, they still out here killing our babies. We still out here saying hands up, don't shoot. This shit ain't stopped. It's just changing to look a little bit better, but it has not stopped. It has not stopped. Our culture has dealt with so much fucking trauma. And the fact that nobody sits there and takes it serious to say, damn, let me get this trauma up out my body so I could be a better person. We got to. We have to, because what y'all don't realize is trauma is a generational thing. Yeah, you can develop your own trauma, but trauma comes from generation to generation. What the people that had to deal with the Holocaust, this don't have to just be about the Black culture. The Jews had to be in the Holocaust and deal with all of that. Their descendants have trauma, and they didn't even deal with Hitler or none of that. Their descendants have trauma from the fucking Holocaust. It doesn't have to just contain to us. It's anybody and anyone. Trauma is a generational thing. You can carry that on. Your grandma could have went through the worst shit and she carried that to your mama, and your mama went through some more shit. So now you got double stuff in your body. So now you got all this trauma up in you, and you don't know why you act the way that you do or respond the way you do to certain situations, because you're not the cause of the reason why your trauma is even there. But listen, I'm here to tell y'all it's there. Nobody is perfect. Therapy is not a bad thing. Therapy is growth. It's to heal yourself so you can be the best version of you. I promise if the whole world was in therapy, or half the world at least, the world would be a much better place, because people would actually, one, be holding themselves accountable. They will be treating others the way that they wanted to be treated, and they would learn how to operate in this fucking world. But no, everybody just has their own thought and views on how things should be and how things should go, and that's why we're at where we're at in this world. That's exactly why we're at where we're at in this world. But there's nothing wrong with therapy. Go. You feel like you've been going through a lot and you at that crash out mode, and y'all know I hate saying crash out because that's a whole nother new term that just came out. If you're overwhelmed, because that's what the hell crash out is. If you're overwhelmed, please go get a therapist. Talking to friends, talking to family, talking to your boyfriend, whoever, girlfriend, it's not enough. It is not enough. It's not. And then it's you probably not even venting and talking to your friends or your family or whomever because you don't want to be judged. You don't want to hear their 2 cents. You just don't want to open up to them because you know they're going to tell your business. Whatever it may be, therapy is supposed to be a safe space for you. Because regardless, anything you talk about with that therapist, it's between you and that therapist. Okay? It's between you and that therapist. Your girlfriend, boyfriend don't got to hear about it. Mom and daddy don't got to hear about it. Your job don't got to hear about it. They're not going to hear about it because that's the HIPAA policy. HIPAA. It's the doctor office. At the end of the day, when you go to the doctor's office, they ask, who do you want this information to go to? You could put nobody. Nobody. Don't nobody have to be in your business, but you need to let that out. You need to let it out. You cannot just hold it and just go through life without never saying how you feel and getting out your perspective and everything. You have to let that out. You have to. Let me just finish talking about these different types of therapy before I continue on with why y'all need therapy. Well, why we need therapy. Scratch that. EMDR therapy, and that's the therapy that I personally took the beginning of this year, is eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, which is excellent for trauma recovery. If you have a lot of trauma, if you dealt with a lot of trauma, EMDR is the perfect therapy for you. It helps reprocess traumatic events in healthier ways, reducing their impact on your life. The beginning of this year, I literally relived every traumatic event that I've ever experienced in my 27 years of living. And that was a lot for me. My body is still dealing with that therapy now. Because after you relive that trauma and you reprocess it and you see it in a healthier way, your body starts to respond to that. So, look, if you know you've been through a lot of shit, a lot. And baby, I do not look or sound like what I've been through. Only a few know my story. But trust when I say I have been through a lot. And I put that on myself to go and seek help because I don't want to be what happened to me. I don't want to be a victim. I don't want to be any of that. I want to heal and grow. So I don't have that mindset. Because also when you deal with trauma and shit like that, you get that mindset, that victim mindset and everything else. No, we got to get past that. We have to grow. We have to. There's also Reiki therapy, which focuses on energy healing, balancing the body to restore physical and emotional health. Now, I haven't did Reiki therapy yet because there hasn't been any openings of this specific place that I've been trying to go to. But best believe I will be going to do some Reiki therapy in January. And when I go, I will let y'all know how it is. So make sure y'all stay tuned on that Instagram page because I'll probably post about the Reiki therapy on there. And then last but not least is somatic therapy or somatic healing, which involves the mind-body connection, helping release stress and trauma stored in the body. This approach encourages healing by fostering awareness of physical sensations. No matter your age or situation, therapy is a tool for healing. Forget the stigma. Caring for your mental health is a step towards a healthier, happier life. Men, I'm talking to y'all. because I love y'all, and y'all deserve so much love than what y'all have been given. Y'all deserve way more. I'm sorry that society has put out here an image that men need to be strong and they don't need to express their feelings or fucking cry. No, you can do all of that, and you will not be less of a man. Don't think I'll be less of a man if I cry or express my emotions or vent. No. That's exactly what you need to do. That's what makes you a real man. That you're able to address and identify that something is going on with you, and that you're able to process these emotions correctly. That's a real man, okay? Not what society has told you. No, you just need to be strong. No crying. Chin up. No. Buff. No. That's that right there is a misogynistic mindset, okay? Because just like women have masculine energy, men have feminine energy, and there's fucking nothing wrong with that. Men should be able to be in their feminine energy, and women should be able to be in their masculine energy. Both. You have two energies in your body. It's no need to fight it. You have to feel those emotions, man. You have to. And I'm sorry that you've lived in a world where you've been taught that you can't feel them. Cry. I know y'all seen that video of that Ari's son crying, Yo Shine crying, and his daddy just let him. He ain't tell him. That's how it's supposed to be. And I'm glad that the world is changing for the better when it comes to men and their emotions, because men are human fucking beings. They have emotions. Ladies, don't just be out here treating them like shit just because they men and they not supposed to feel, because they are. They are. And man, I apologize for those women that have made you second guess your feelings or your emotions, because you shouldn't have to. You should feel those. You should be able to feel those. I apologize that has happened, but men should be able to cry. And along with that is, since men have that mindset, a lot of men have that mindset, they got best friends, but they're not talking to their best friends. Men deal with breakups harder than women, because as women, we can go and talk to our girlfriends. They'll come over, we'll drink some wine, we'll talk shit, we'll go out to the club. And we actually talking about our relationship. Men, when they go through a breakup, oh yeah, me and so-and-so just broke up. They might go out and deal with some girls, but they're not talking about it. They forgetting about it. They just throwing it back. They ain't asking, well, what went wrong? How are you feeling? They're not doing that because they're like, we're men. We don't need to do that. That's what women do. No. Men, start asking y'all friends how they feeling. Ask them about their relationship. That's the problem. Like, y'all have to realize we need to have a safe space for men, because America and society, period, has not had a safe space for them. They have forced them and put them on this pedestal of, you need to be strong and not crying. No, babe, feel all your emotions. Feel every single one of them. Feel every single one. You weren't able to talk to your dad or your parents growing up. I'm sorry that you couldn't talk to your parents growing up about X, Y, and Z. But there is somebody to talk to you about it. You could have a therapist. Someone that won't judge, that is not going to be biased, because a therapist is not there to just take your side. A therapist is there to hold you accountable. And that's why I like therapists. Because your family and your friends, they're going to take, 9 times out of 10, they're going to take your side. Most of the time. But if they're a real good person, they're going to tell you about yourself and hold you accountable at the end of the day. But most of the time, people take your side because they on your side at the end of the day. But man, there is a safe space for you. Go get a therapist. You going through stuff, you're not ready to talk to your bros about it because they too immature and they don't know how to talk about feelings. You don't want to talk to your dad about it because he's immature as fuck and he don't know how to even talk about his feelings. You don't want to talk to your mama about it because your mama just gonna enable you. Go talk to your therapist. Go get a therapist. Please. Express them emotions. Say how you feeling, because you need to be heard. You deserve to be heard. Elders, y'all deserve to be heard too. Y'all have went through so much. And I'm talking about grandmas on up. Y'all done went through so much. Y'all had to deal with not even the most fucked up versions of America, but y'all had to deal with so much. I just couldn't imagine living here the times that y'all was growing up. I could not imagine going through any of that. So the fact that y'all had to go through that, and back then there wasn't any therapy or nothing like that, go talk about that. Go heal from that. Go get that help. Go get that help so you can have a happier lifestyle, so you can move about your life without so much trauma in your body. Because you may not see it. You may not see how it's affecting, but it affects you. It does. It affects your family. It affects your environment. It affects everyone around you. Go get that help. I know, I'm too old. I don't need to be going in therapy. Baby, go ahead. Age ain't, it don't matter. It don't matter. You 5 years old, get a therapist. You 10, get a therapist. 15, get a therapist. 25, 35, 55, 95. Therapy, because life still happens. Life still happens. Whether you want to talk about childhood traumas, whether you want to talk about adulthood traumas, whether you just want to talk about life now. It's so much stuff that you could talk about in therapy. Please miss me with I don't have nothing to talk about, because you do. You do. You do. It's so much to talk about, so much to heal from. Talk about something so you can get a better understanding of a situation. Talk about it. Okay, so we're about to get into a real heavy topic, and I'm just going to let y'all know that this is triggering. Suicide. Now, for Black men and women, mental health challenges are often under-acknowledged. Like I said, in our community, nobody really took mental health serious. It's finally becoming a real thing, over these past few years. But before, mental health wasn't taken seriously in the community. And I have a personal experience for that. I was an adolescent, and my grandfather passed away years before. And I just got to a point to where I was extremely depressed. I was extremely overwhelmed. I just did not want to be here anymore. I felt like life would be better if I was with him and not here with everybody else. Because everybody else, I didn't care. Not necessarily I didn't care about everybody else, but I was going through it. I was literally going through it. I had finally got to this new school. I, started high school and everything. And it was a lot of change for me. I was going through it. And so I tried to commit suicide. And I went upstairs to tell my dad, I took all these pills and stuff. And he was more concerned about, okay, well, if we go to the hospital, mental health will be on your record and you won't be able to be a doctor. Because back then, I wanted to be a doctor. And he's like, you won't be able to be a doctor if you have all this mental health on your stuff. Are you sure you want to go and get this stuff on your record? Me being me, I said yes, because I know I needed help. I knew it was something wrong with me. That was a cry for help. That was a cry for help right there. And I can't fault my dad for it, because he don't know any better. He didn't know any better back then either. Like I said, it was stigma around therapy and mental illness. So much stigma, and it's getting smaller. It's decreasing, but it's still there. But I end up going to the hospital, and they end up putting me in a psych hospital, and then that's where I got on my psych meds and started my therapy and everything. But no one knew that I was depressed. No one took it serious. Nobody cared that I was just always in my room all day, quiet, not really talking, not really engaging. No one paid attention to that. But that stuff, it matters. It does. It does. So if you don't get to the point to where you overwhelmed and you just fed up and no one's listening to you, go get some help, please. Because you deserve to still be here. You are here for a reason, okay? If you wasn't supposed to be here for a reason, you would not be here. Trust me, the universe don't play. Universe do not play, okay? Everything happens for a reason. You are here for a reason. Suicide rates among Black males, especially adolescents, have increased dramatically, 47% over the past few years. And that's from Forbes. Why has the Black male suicide in adolescence went up? Why has it? Because men feel like they can't open up and express their fucking emotions because this society has made it seem that way. And that's so fucking unfair. And my heart is hurting. It's hurting for that. That's terrible. That is terrible. That these Black men out here don't even want to live. That's terrible, because they don't have an outlet. They don't have nobody to go to. They can't go to their mama because their mama telling them to suck that shit up. Can't go to their daddy because their daddy telling them, boy, suck that shit up. Can't go to his friends today. Boy, that's gay. You don't somebody's emotions. Where do these people have any outlet? You need an outlet. You need one. You need one. And if you don't want to be a strain on others, go get a fucking therapist. I promise that would help. Because guess what? That therapist is giving you professional and unbiased advice. Shit that a lot of us don't really get on a daily basis. We get biased advice and it's not professional. So please listen to what I'm saying. Youth suicide in general is troubling. More than 20% of teens seriously consider suicide. I know so many kids that have talked about suicide. And especially this newer generation, like, they're more adamant to it because it's in their face. They deal with a lot. We have to go through COVID and everything else. This world that we living in is not the same world that we grew up in. Back then, it wasn't that many problems that even adolescents had to face. Back then, as a kid, we didn't really have to stress about that much. But now, these new age kids, they deal with so much. They're overwhelmed by so much. And then they got parents that just throw electronics in their face, or they just working all day. So then the kids don't have no outlet. The kids don't have a space to say, hey, I've been feeling like this today. Or, hey, these kids at this school been really making me feel less than. Can you switch my school? Can you do anything? Because listen, it's kids out here committing suicide because of other kids. Please do not create no evil ass kids. Stop raising evil kids. A child should not be wanting to kill themselves because of another kid. That is crazy work. It's crazy work that y'all got these kids out here being so fucking mean that these kids don't even want to be here no more. They ain't even get in the real world. These babies ain't even got in the real world and they saying fuck it. Well, what they gonna do when they get in the real world? Because the real world is not sunshine and rainbows, okay? It's not. Love on these babies. Start asking them how they feeling. How was school? Where your mind at today? What would you like to talk about? Let them know that you are a safe space for them. Don't be in there yelling at them. Just listen. Don't comment. Listen. Listen to what them babies got to say. Please. Before it be too late. Before it be too late. All the signs be there. All the signs be there. Parents, we have to be more active in these children's lives. Have to be more active because these kids have more access, way more access to so much shit, especially with the internet. Especially the internet. They have access to so much. And that puts more sadness and shit in their brain. Like, they have access to so much and that affects their mood and everything. Be in a mind, ask them, how you feeling, baby? Which I don't care if they get irritated that you ask them every single day, how you feeling today? How was school? That's a real thing. That's you checking in on a mental health. Mentally, how are you feeling? Do you feel like you overwhelmed right now? Ask them, please. Okay. I had lost my train of thought. I just had to. And I had to calm down as well. Get me something to drink. Again, more than 20% of teens seriously consider suicide, with more than 6,600 yearly deaths among those ages 10 to 24. More than 6,600 yearly deaths among those ages 10 to 24. 10-year-olds out here committing suicide and they only been on this earth for 10 years. What the fuck is going on? Something ain't adding up. Something is not right. Please be more involved in these baby lives. Be more involved in your mental health. Be more involved regardless. Check in. Check in. Our kids face pressures that we've never imagined, and they need us to listen, talk, and act. Open dialogues and proactive mental health checks are not optional. They are necessary. They are necessary because don't let it go to when it's too late. Don't let it be, it's too late. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's crucial that we start these conversations with our babies, with our youth, so they know and so that they understand therapy is okay. It's okay for me to express my emotions. It's okay for me to feel this way. It's okay. They need to know. And that's why I love that movie Inside Out came out when it's all about emotions. And I'm the angry emotion, and this is that emotion, and this is that, because every kid needs to know about emotions and need to know that it's okay, because everybody has those same emotions. It's all about how you process and act on them. Don't let loved ones feel isolated. Please. Now, if you've been listening to this episode this whole time, because I done had y'all here for 40 minutes already, this is the longest episode I had did. But this is one of the most important episodes that I have done thus far. So it needs to be extensively long, because I need y'all to hear me. This is serious. Are you ready to embrace therapy? There's plenty of ways to do it. Contact your insurance company. Just look on the back of your insurance card, okay? I don't want to hear, I don't know my insurance company number. I don't know. Look on the back of your insurance card, call that 1-800 number and tell them you want a mental health therapist or you're looking for a mental health doctor. And they tell them to send you a list to your email, a directory to your email, so you can pick. If you don't, this is for my Metro Detroiters, if you don't want to go to no therapist in Detroit, give them a zip code out in the suburbs. Like, it's ways to get around so you can go to a place that you're going to be comfortable at. It's plenty of ways. And many therapists out here offer convenient virtual sessions. You don't need to go into the office if you don't want to. I've had my fair share. I've been in the office. I've done virtual. You know, I'll enjoy virtual better because I don't have to rush to a damn therapy office. I could just be on my phone and we talking right then and there. I still feel the same. I still get the same energy, whether I'm on the phone or actually in the office. Now, if you don't have insurance, there are plenty of other places that offer free mental health therapy for you. And if you are not in Michigan or in the Metro Detroit area, I would just say go on your search engine and Google free mental health clinics near me, because they have been putting out a lot, because the awareness of mental health has grown, which I'm happy about. I'm glad that it has. But if you are in the Metro Detroit area or in Michigan, period, check out the places like Huda Free Community Health Clinic in Detroit and Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network. There are plenty of free mental health clinics out here. If you don't want to pay for a therapist, it's free ones. But I'm just going to let y'all know right now, with the free ones comes, you have to wait, because it's going to be long waits, because that therapist got all these clients, because this is a free therapy clinic. So if you don't have the patience and you don't want to wait, go through therapists through your insurance company. And listen, I go through therapy through my insurance and I don't pay anything. My insurance pays for my therapy. I don't pay anything. If you have insurance through your job, look at the benefits on there, see how it would be. Even if it's just $10, $20, you're not going to pay that to better your mental health, but you can pay $10, $20 for some weed or some liquor or some lashes, whatever it may be, whatever your love is or your addiction is. If you can pay that little bit for that, you can do it for your mental health as well. And there are also nationally, you can call 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline if you ever feel like you are just so overwhelmed to the point to where you can't even take it no more. I do not want you to get to that point. I do not, because again, you were put on this earth for a reason. You are meant to be here. You have a purpose. You are meant to be here. You have a purpose. So dial 988 for immediate support when you need it. If you feel real down and you just can't fucking take it, dial 988. I've called them probably twice in my whole lifetime. And they calmed me down and I was able to be here with y'all today. So please take it seriously, because mental health is no joke at all. It is no joke at all. Therapy isn't just for emergencies. It's about growth and understanding. Make the choice for yourself, for your family, your loved ones, but ultimately for yourself and for your mental wellness. Thank you for exploring this critical topic with me today. Let's embrace positive change for our future. Remember, love yourself. Love yourself, love them babies. Love, 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 love. Love. That we need more love in this world. We do. I'm going to end with a nice quote from Martin Luther King Jr. and make sure y'all take this with y'all for the whole weekend. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. Let's heal together, embrace therapy, and brighten our path forward. I will talk to y'all on Monday. Please be sure to like, comment, and share. Toodles.